Hey buddies, it's Victor. It's time for another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. Woo! Man, the Mosh Pit coming out swinging with the like streak goal, getting us now only 6 away from the worst ranked items tier list run, which I know that people are really getting jazzed for, and I am as well. Again, it's kind of like an anti-jazz, really. It's like I'm like excited, but I'm also not excited because I know it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of struggling, but that's what some of you all like to watch these videos for, and it's guaranteed to be struggling. So there you go. Here's your meme of the day here, brought to you by Tough Mention 7041. Title thread was, why am I not surprised? Yeah, you're speaking to the king of why am I not surprised. After playing this game for so many years and so many thousands of episodes now, you know, again, you really shouldn't ever be surprised when it comes to Isaac. So thank you very much, Tough Mention, especially with those Invicta navigation skills. Oh man, we got the crystal ball again? Delta Tango Juliet 4, X-Ray 7, Sierra Hotel. Well, we've got Little Horn and the crystal ball again and 3 HP. I mean, I ain't gonna turn it down. We also have a very high amount of tiers to go with our very not good damage, but I again would much rather have a high tier rate and low damage than a high damage and low tiers rate run by far. And of course, with us having ourselves the crystal ball as well, that's going to give us the ability to have the treasure map and compass ability as well, which of course is going to give us full mapping. What was that shot after I destroyed the fire? Don't think I'm not going to ignore that game. I need to go see a photo finish on that one because that was pretty close there. And we're not going to let that one slide, game. Obviously, it would be nice to get into the curse room or the secret room. We could go in the curse room and then use the hermit card to get out of there, but sorry, I'm getting DM'd on Discord right now. So yeah, so this is not a bad start here. Again, with us having a very good tier effect, especially combined with a good shot speed and good tiers rate, we're going to be able to proc Little Horn more often than not. We're also starting off with Beth's Essence, which is, or Bethany's Essence, which is, you know, it's not going to help us right now, but it might help us on the next floor. Us having Little Spewer as well, as you can see right there, we can kind of exploit a little bit the strengths of having like sort of like pseudo, not really piercing, kind of in a weird way, it's spectral tiers coming from Little Spewer, as you saw it go through the rocks there. Nice little dodge, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it was a busy weekend, busy week. Had lots of fun breaking Pokemon stuff and, you know, getting back into the swing of things here as we're almost to the midweek already. Can you believe it? We're already at the almost midweek of this week. Like, August is already almost halfway over, y'all. I mean, technically it is halfway over, according to today. So, toothpicks. Let's go back here and take a look at this here. Well, we could go in the secret room or go get that soul heart. I'm going to go for the secret room. Might as well. And I am very upset that I did decide to do that because I could have gotten a guaranteed soul heart. But hopefully, we will get one on the next flow. Might as well go finish off this entire floor and I guess go into the curse room as well. There's no reason not to, I suppose. Super secret rooms to the right of here, but there's no way we would have been able to get those bombs over to the right side. There are enough hearts here for us to recover the HP, so it really doesn't matter for us. And okay, I'm gonna get a first floor devil deal. That's not something you see all the time, as Azazel's Rage is Azazel's bad. However, Purgatory on floor 1 is definitely something I can get behind. And we're also gonna be able to get that soul heart anyway because we just found a cardio coin. So I'm down with all of this. Very nice. Well, except for Azazel's Rage. let's not get crazy now. Azazel's Rage is just not a great item. So let's go hop on in, grab a soul heart, and this start. You know what? With this start, I'm feeling it's Tuesday. I'm feeling a little crazy. Feeling a little. Let's go. Let's just do alt path. Let's do it. People have been asking for more first floor runs, first lap runs, I should say, of the harder stuff. So you know what, Mosh Pit? Let's do it. Getting crazy with it. I'm confident in our start here. We got a planetarium because, I mean, sure. Beth's Essence, of course, giving us the Wisps as well. And again, Little Spewer combined with Purgatory is going to give us a lot of killing power. But going alt path on the first lap is not always a smart idea, unless of course you need to get unlocks out of the way. Of course, we don't need to do that, but we're doing it. I have confidence in the strength of this run. Unfortunately, we don't have any bombs or keys, so we can't get into either the planetarium nor can we get into the item room. We can get to the shop though. I have never seen anything move at a faster pace than what just happened right there. Why is this one fly like the most dangerous thing in this world? Okay. Okay, so we did get a key. Let's go. Let's use a hermit card just to see if we can get another key. We can. In fact, we get a credit card. Ooh. Maybe. Yeah. Credit card's gonna be the play here. Because we can use the credit card to get the Devil Deal. Now, we've already gotten a Devil Deal Preston because we took Purgatory. But at least this won't hurt our HP. Now, if we end up not getting anything... Yeah, this is a tough call. I'm going to go for the item room first. Get Dad's key. Okay. Well, this will get us into the secret room as well as the planetarium at least, but we're not going to have that over Crystal Ball. Let's not get crazy now. We get Mercurius. Okay, Mercurius is going to give us a much-needed movement speed boost, as well as keep all doors open. So that's going to be great for us if we need to skip stuff, and also allow us to stay a little bit safer when it comes to alt path, especially since we can just do this. Although it's not a good idea, especially when we have an actual spacebar item that we need to get full charges on, because we benefit greatly from that. So yay. You don't want to necessarily skip everything in their mother here. No pun intended, of course. It's going to be Turdlet. Happy to have Mercurius. We're sliding all around the place. That's the problem with having a little bit... Careful. A little bit less damage than we want with enemies like Turdlet is that you're more susceptible to their boss mechanics. We're just going to get a HP upgrade and... man. Is this worth a credit card? I mean, we're not going to stick with either one of these items, right? I'm gonna say it's not worth the credit card. I'm gonna take Guppy's head only for the obviously the obvious choice to have a Guppy item. We could take Brimstone bombs because we do actually kind of need bombs, but yeah, and then we just have the crystal ball. So I'm gonna say no to that. It's hard for me to turn down Brimstone bombs when we're in an obvious spot where we kind of need more damage, but at the same time, a lot of our damage is going to be based off of our tier effect. Of course, is Little Horn. And Brimstone bombs, I mean, it does an okay amount of damage, but it's nothing that's like crazy. And with Mercurius here, we can elect... This is the nice thing about Mercurius, is that we can choose whether or not we want to fight a room or not. Now, again, it greatly benefits us to actually feed ourselves with a full charge on our crystal ball, because obviously we need the HP and we need the mapping and that sort of stuff. But at the same time, if a room is... Especially with us going alt path here, if a room is too ridiculous for us, or just like, you know, just something I just don't even want to mess with, we can just simply just not. We just nope right out of there, and then who cares? So if you're wondering how come I'm not bombing yet, it's because, again, one of my golden rules is to always make sure you do not need that bomb or anything else on the floor until you're for sure done. Also, how are you still alive? Thank you. These Gish Clotties is definitely something that you want to take out first, but I thought that for sure we'd be able to get out of there. Okay, so let's bomb the... were there fires over here? I don't remember. Okay. So let's bomb our way into the shop, and that's going to save us a key. And now the shop is important because we have this credit card. We can afford starter deck is the thing, man. Like I'm getting greedy with this. Let's take stock really quickly. If we use credit card here, we're only really gaining like starter deck and a key, maybe 2 and a bomb if we're lucky in here. Whereas we can buy the key and buy starter deck and still have credit card for a devil deal. I don't think that credit card is worth it here. I really don't. I think starter deck is the obvious play. Walk out, walk back in, and see what this pill... well, we're not going to be able to see what it is, but we get a Fool card. Now, the Fool card's going to make us drop everything, I believe. Yeah. So, but at least for starter deck, we're going to be able to... we will essentially be able to hold 2 cards, which is going to go great with our crystal ball, because obviously we're going to be generating cards. Parasite here. Now, I'm not too high on Parasite, to be quite honest with you. Parasite's been kind of slipping down the slopes here in terms of our rankings. Would love to get another Soul Heart if we could, but remember, we've got this credit card here, so... God. So there's a tinted rock that I would love. I'm being pushed into this side by the water, so... Now, we could have skipped that room, but there we go. That's what we really need, is we just need Littlehorn to go off in the first like few seconds of the room, and then we're gonna be fine. So I'm holding the charge on the crystal ball. Although now that I think about it, we need to get some bombs. We need to save some bombs for the next floor, otherwise we can't get down to the mines. We get old bandage. Yeah, so we're gonna need bombs. Love to get that tinted rock as well. Just do a brief scout over here again. This is what Mercurius is basically built for. Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, we can't get. We absolutely cannot get it unless there's 2 bombs in this sack. We might not be able to do alt path now that I think about it. We can go in the curse room. That's gonna destroy our soul heart. Maybe. Got 2 bombs. All right, never mind. Let's see here. We got out of that. I don't want that. Give me the Fool card in case we need to make a item pedestal. Okay, so crisis averted. We were somehow lucky enough to get 2 bombs there. And this is not a run that I want to go do an extra turdlet fight or an extra low blood fight, because our damage is just simply not there. Our tears rate is there, but our damage is not. Unless if I use Purgatory as our primary source of damage, but even then, like, I don't... Even then, I don't trust our HP. Not as the Lost anyway. I don't trust it. I don't trust our stats. Lack thereof. Okay, so we have 3 bombs here. I would love to go... We could get that tinted rock, and then we're going to use the last 2. Yeah, this one here. Use the last 2 bombs to get into the second floor of alt path. Just get me out of here. I hate this place. And Cursed Line. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Look how many detonations we've gotten with Purgatory and how little damage we're doing. This is a straight up dogfight right now. It's a pile. Bro, okay, game. All right. Sure thing, game. We get Stapler here. And we just not for no. I'm not going to burn the credit card for 2 blind items, especially if they're going to be single heart devil deals. It's not going to happen. I would much rather know what I'm spending my credit card on or money on than not. Of course, we get a golden chest here, so that's fun. Get a range upgrade. You little horn. Yeah, this is not a build that you're gonna want to go alt path with, which you could probably say that about any build, unless you're doing you're doing some kind of unlocks. But we're not doing that. We wanted a challenge today, and we're gonna get it, one way or the other. I have to say that I'm really hoping that we get a damage upgrade soon, because if we don't, we're going to be in lots of trouble. I mean, lots of trouble. Because, like, yeah, we're surviving alt path right now, but just barely. Thank you, Purgatory, for going in such a place where we can easily access you. Purgatory is working against us today. I'm actually surprised that Purgatory did such little damage to Pile, considering how many detonations we were getting on him. Seagram's there, but again, we only have 1 bomb. There we go. Nice damage there by a low spewer, and then get needled. That would be a damage upgrade. So we get bombs, so we've got good damage now for where we're at. But let's not get it twisted. This is not 100% of where we want to be, but it's a huge improvement, obviously. So we need to find where the last golden button is, and we found it. Okay, so we need to get to the shop first to try to preserve this devil deal. We can still take a devil deal because of the credit card, and that's what the plan is. If we didn't have a credit card, there's no way that we would be able to safely. There's no way we would be able to safely take a devil deal here. Are you kidding me? We are not going to get 18 cents. Man. And we do need a soul heart. There's no way that we get 18 cents from one singular bomb on the donation machine. The only thing that I'm struggling right now with is buying. Man, I wish that we had a soul heart so I could at least see what the devil deal is. But I don't think we're going to get any better. And also, we could get something amazing from Birthright. So we pretty much have to do this, I think. So thank you, credit card. You will be missed. We'll get Black Candida. And let's see what Birthright. Birthright's going to give us 3 random items from any item pool. Man, that is... As much as I want to go Humbling Bundle, we got to go Super Bandage for the HP. We need the survivability. Okay, let's go back and let's fight the boss. Gonna be the shell, which we can't use a priestess card on, unfortunately. So should be okay. Again, the strat here for these, for the shell and for the other one. What is hitting me? There were a couple of explosions that just I didn't see. And a blank devil deal. At least we get our soul hearts back. Apology not accepted, though. Okay, let's go over and get the... Let's get the second knife piece. So obviously, Black Candle is going to prevent us from ever having a curse, so we don't have to worry about Curse the Blinds anymore, or Curse the Lost, or anything like that. Curse the Unknown. And we made some great strides on this floor, despite the bad damage. Getting damage and also getting as much value as we possibly could out of that credit card was huge. Because you gotta, like, when we talk about value, you gotta really take in a variety of different things into account. The biggest one being, what did we pass up that we could have gotten with credit card, and was it enough to justify getting credit card and using it for what we did? And I would say yes, because we don't know what we lost in that devil deal, in the blind devil deal, with only, you know, the 2 single heart items. So we don't know. Ignorance is bliss. We don't care. We know for a fact that we passed up on starter deck, which we ended up using money for, and I don't remember what the other one was. But we know that starter deck is not better than Black Candle, and it's certainly not better than Birthright for where we're at right now. It's a good item, of course, but it's, in terms of like the combo of Black Candle plus Birthright, no, there's no way. Starter deck is good. It ain't that good. So, and then we got Guppy's head, and we could have had Brimstone bombs as well. So, you know, taking stock of what we got with the credit card is crucial in determining the overall true value, finger air quote, true value of what we saved the credit card for and what we used it for. And if you put it in perspective like that, I think that we did get a very good amount of value. Not only did we get HP, we got curse immunity, and we got more soul hearts when we needed it. So I think, again, if you put that in perspective, we did very well on credit card. There was no real questionable purchase that we made that you could really second guess. At the time, for what we needed at the time, I think that what we ended up accomplishing was more than we could have expected with a singular credit card, unless we had gotten like a truly god tier devil deal or something like that. Just peek in real quick. Oh yeah, we've already been there. So overall, very good floor. Took a little bit of bad damage. We're gonna lose 2 more HP here, but that's alt path, baby. All right, we got there. So now that we've finally gotten here, we can talk about last week's question of the episode, which was the Ultimate Ipecac episode, which a lot of people really enjoyed. I did as well. But I asked on there, what is your take on Sumptorium? And then I also kind of paraphrase that if I had already asked that question, what is your take on Ipecac? Because obviously, excuse me, it was an Ipecac run. I guess I could have gotten that Sun card, but oh well. So the most upvoted comment was from Wyatt Sipes, who said Tainted Eve is awful, not a good representation of Sumptorium. So if that's all you've seen, you won't want to take it as any other character, though it is an S tier item that makes almost every run impossible to lose. Talking about Sumptorium, of course. And yeah, I mean, I think that it's gonna be hard to find people who see Sumptorium and have only seen it for its vanilla version, which is just Tainted Eve, and that's it. You know, Sumptorium, obviously, I'm a huge fan of it. My friend Samito, he does not like the item. He thinks it's actually too strong. And I wouldn't say it's too strong. I think it's pretty on point of where it needs to be. Because again, remember, you do have to use your HP to fuel it. So speaking of fuel, Old Bandage making some big time plays here. Giving us these hearts, keeping us going with this ridiculous demon judgment. But I think that honestly, you know, Sumptorium is one of those items that the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And in this case, it would be the more HP you put into it, the more you get out of it as well. E-Bizzle. E-Bizzle, way to stick it in there and hold out for something good. This is me talking to me. Go back and see what we can get out of this curse room. Absolutely bloody nothing. And yeah, we need a key. Oh, I guess we don't really need a key. And I'm using my right as an American to not do these rooms that I don't want to do. We'll go into the curse room, or the secret room, however, because I want to see what's inside. A little bit of extra money here. Nothing too crazy. Absolutely hate the heretic. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this jumbling. Gonna be counting on Purgatory to cancel out some projectiles for us. Do get a Tears Up here and more HP, and honestly, I'm fine with that. If you're wondering how come I didn't use the High Priestess, it's because he simply teleports too much. Actually, I apologize. That was the second most upvoted comment. The most upvoted comment was from Pablo Garcia, who said, I would like Ipecac way better if tier height wasn't a thing. Very strong item with explosion immunity, though. And yeah, I mean, the thing with the tier height, which is just such a weird stat to have in a game that's, you know, there's very little verticality built into it, is that it renders Ipecac almost useless against Beast, especially. And really, that's the only fight that you run into tier height being a problem. But it also one of, if not the most important boss fight in all of Isaac. Because, I mean, if you think about Beast as the true final form of Mom and the final boss of Isaac. Some people say Delirium, but I disagree with that. You are lucky that our shop is over here, Room, because I otherwise would not be in here. The Brimstone fatties are just too on point with their shots. Get a greed fight. You know what? Have at it. Ace of Spades, we absolutely need some keys right now, so this is going to be good for us. And I'm not even going to mess with this room. Just in time. And we get a Tears upgrade, which we actually don't need because we're already capped. Super Secret Room should be here. And we did get Nancy Bombs as well out of the item room. Really. A while since I fought first lap Mom. With all the visual doo-doo coming out from Compound Fracture and Parasite, makes it very difficult to see where the projectiles are. There we go. So I'm going to take the negative here because I want the damage. Polaroid invincibility is not really something that you really... Unless you got a bunch of devil deals, which we have not in this run. Polaroid invincibility is not really going to be all that great for you, especially if you just need damage. Absolutely hate this pattern here is something else. Soul of Cain. But yeah, we need all the raw stats, especially if we're going to be fighting Mother on the first lap. This is yeah, this is going to be rough. We actually did a full clear too, which I wasn't expecting. Here we are in Corpse. This could be an interesting... This could be a real interesting challenge room here with all these... I mean, we get 3 openings for... yeah, I think for sure. Now that I see the map, for sure. One of these has got to have the Ultra Secret Room, right? Right? Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way, man. Actually surprised it was this one. I thought it was gonna be the first one that I went into. Oh god. Alright. Get knockout drops. As if we needed things jostling around anymore, but here we are. It's just F up my life, fam. That's what we're saying to the game right now. Alright. Garden Arcade. We actually kind of screwed ourselves a little bit with the instead of me going through the red door and saving ourselves 1 cent, we could have gone in through the red door and saved myself, but there's only maybe 2 people on YouTube who would complain about that mistake, so whatever. We're in survival situations right now. We can't be bothering with the who, what, when, where, and why of survival. There's no more shops, so we don't need money anymore. This is a watch battery for sure. This is a pretty big... Yeah, we got a Yara rune. Pretty big charge beggar here. If he drops the 9-volt or charge baby, that would also be great. Come on, bro. You could do better than that. Where are the double charges at? Not a double charge, man. Can't go too crazy on the Temperance Machine, however, because obviously we're taking 1 full heart of damage. That's all I wanted. Yeah, we could enough. Okay. Take the half heart. I'm gonna take the Yara and Stars card. The Stars card could potentially teleport us to the boss room. But here's the thing, is again, we've got Mercurius, so, and we've also got the Crystal Ball, so we know where we need to go. It's just a matter of how many charges do we want on the Crystal Ball, and does it justify the danger of us just running through things? Especially with us being an alt path. Like that's the thing, is alt path is the big X factor here. This is not a room that I want to be in. Isaac, your face. We gotta talk about your face, buddy. Something going on that I'm not liking. The world card, which is not gonna help us out. Emperor card, however, is pretty huge because now we don't have to worry about the Stars card. We can simply we can double Emperor our way out. Yeah. So I think what we do is we drop the Emperor card. And there's Emperor, and then that's it. Should be it anyway. So Yara rune. Grab both of the Emperors. And we don't even need the charges on the full charges on the Crystal Ball. Gosh. That being said, though, we can't take a lot of damage here against Rotgut, or because I mean we got to fight Mother, so God, there's so much visual doo-doo on the screen right now. Okay, we only took 1 hit against Rotgut. Got a Devil Deal and a Krampus fight. And this is kind of what I was sort of waiting for to use the Yara rune on, was if we had gotten in a place where we got some soul hearts to double it, but we got 2 here, so we're almost at full HP. And then Lump of Coal is huge for our split shot, so yeah. We're gonna be fine. At the end of the day, we're gonna be fine. And then finally, the final question, as I've just completely been distracted by this run, was from It Lived, and they said, "I love Ipecac and Sumptorium, both dangerous and powerful at the same time." And yeah, you know, I think that with both of them, that library is tempting. With both of them, yeah, we can go to the library. We can go see what's over there real quick. With both of them in conjunction with each other, it's a little bit of a hard sell, I think. But if you have one or the other, then sure, then you can absolutely, like, you know, you can talk about their merits. You can talk about their merits separately. The Bible doesn't do anything to Mother, so yeah, we can actually bomb our way into the lost trap room. Excuse me. Lover's card, Temperance Machine. I mean, Lover's card is going to give us some HP in the Mother fight. I don't think we're going to need it, though. I actually think that we're just going to completely smash her. A Chimera. It's surprising how well this run came together after being so bad for the first half of the run. Up until the mom fight, even after the mom fight, really, it wasn't until Corpse that we really started to make headway here. But obviously, getting the double Yera, some people will say, "Oh, you got saved by the double Yera Emperor." I wouldn't necessarily say that. You got to remember, bro, we've got freaking Mercurius, all right? But Mercurius is going to also kind of save us a little bit in that way that we can just simply ignore a lot of the floor. And I don't really think it's fair to say that the Double Emperor saved us, especially with us going backwards. Actually, yeah, we'll take Tick. Tick is going to lower the amount of HP that Mother has. Yep. So I guess I might as well drop the Lover's card now because D-Bizzle's just going to take them anyway. Get a Hierophant, so we get our HP back. Yeah, Stars card.
The Hierophant.
That was the poisoning sound, by the way. But yeah, I think Ipecac and Sumptorium on their own, great. Combined is a little bit scary. Joker card, because hell, why not? And we could take a little Brimmy, but we really don't need him. No, okay. Don't do that. All right, here we go. Let's fight Mother. First lap Mother. In a little bit. Not expecting any true challenge here. May have been a little bit scarier early on in this run, but with Lump of Coal pretty much seals the deal. And that'll lead to today's question of the episode, everybody. Do you think that items like Cricket's Body, the Parasite, or Compound Fracture are worth it? Or is the Visual Doo-Doo just too much for you? Is it block too many shots? Does it make it too unreadable in terms of your dodging ability? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you like any of the split shot abilities like Parasite, like Cricket's Body, like Compound Fracture, or is it just simply too dangerous or too distracting to have for any sort of like non-broken run? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember, the top 3 most upvoted comments get read on next week's episode. And thank you everyone who's been participating in the questions of the episodes. They really have been helping out a great deal. I know I keep saying it and it sounds like a broken record and stuff, but it actually legit truly helps out a whole lot. Gonna use the bombs there just to slow Mother down a little bit. Compared to some other runs where we've beaten Mother, obviously this is not the fastest Mother run, but we're still doing a pretty good job. Little Horn smashing Mom. That is going to be that. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a great start to your almost midweek here in the Mosh Pit. As always, I will see you all next time. Until then,
Isaac,
so long, everybody.
what are you drawing? Isaac, let me see it. Give it to me now. This is what you think of me? This is what I am to you? A monster?
No, Mom,
After all I've done for you, this is how you view me? You think I'm a monster, Isaac? I'll show you a monster!
No, please!
You are just like your father. I can't even look at you. How could you? You are just like him! Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation.
Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank the patrons of mine like Caitlin Weir, Myth Withy, and Oliver Wendt. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.